wrecking coats at a museum uptown. Thank you for that. We got a little undervalued and unrecognized. I was coat checking for a little bit, which was good money, but the commute was like 2 hours round trip, which sucked. It was an easy commute, it just never went normally for me. On my way to interview for the job, actually, I took the wrong train, first of all, and when I got off to transfer, there was a freshly dead body on the platform, which set the bar pretty low for future commutes, which was good, because they didn't get a lot better from there. The first official day I had, I ripped my pants on the train. Don't ask to help. And then a couple of days later, I was walking through Harlem, and I got yelled at by this old woman who said something like, I think it was, look at this little white bitch who thinks she's so fucking fly. Which was like mixed message, you know, I was like, thank you. It was just like weird stuff that would happen on the commute to the point where I was like, who's got the voodoo doll, you know? But I finally worked my last shift because it was seasonal. And I was on my commute home, and I get to the station, the train doesn't come for 40 minutes, and I wait in the cold like an idiot. And I get on, I'm just happy to be warm, and then I realize I've taken the express train to Stamford, Connecticut. Right? You guys have all done that? So I was on the express train, and when you work in the basement for 8 hours a day, and the sun goes down at 2 in the afternoon, it gets hard to laugh at yourself. So I started to cry. And just as it happened, like I physically couldn't stop. And there were no seats on the train. So I was standing up, facing the car, facing me. So everyone's watching this happen. And I was like, it's New York, like people are gonna mind their business, right? But it's a train full of commuters from Connecticut, so this one comes up to me, she's like, are you good? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And then it happened again, and I was like, okay, I appreciate the sentiment, but like, have you never seen a fly white bitch go through it? It's really not all that common. So we finally get to Stamford. I'm still crying, it's an hour later. I go to the track, and there's nobody there. I'm like, thank fucking God, I can go audible now, not just visible. So I'm standing there bawling, and then out of the corner of my eye, I see this older man kind of emerge from the shadows. And I'm an active fight or flight, so I'm like, I know what this is how this is gonna end. You know, older man, I'm alone, I'm young and beautiful and defenseless and doll-faced and slim and petite. And so he's gonna carry me away. Because the day has been so bad, I'm like, at least there's like an end to it, you know? I'm the subway course, but so I'm like, I'm saying my last Hail Marys, you know, and he kind of gets a little closer and he puts his arm out like I'm a cornered animal. He's like, hey, are you okay? And he's just like, well, you don't have to be okay. And by some act of God, I was able to cry harder. And I meant to say, like, thank you, I'm sorry, like, it's just been like a rough day, like, I'll be fine in 2 hours. But what came out was, can I give you a hug? We were both surprised by that. Me more so than him. But he nodded, he pulled me in, and he kind of pet my hair like I was a hipster. We stayed like that for a good, like, 3 to 5 minutes. That is 100% true. I wish it wasn't. And then he was like, okay, well, my train's here, so I gotta go. I was like, okay. And he turned to walk away, he had a giant wet patch on his shoulder. And you know, I got my train, I went home too. And I think that just goes to show, like, angels are real. And Stamford, Connecticut must be having on.